Hi, my name is Asier Suberbiola, and my project is called AUPA Strings. Before it was AUPA Quartet. It's a project that comes from the string world. I come from the string world. I play the violin, and this project is centered on doing with the classical music something more actual, something more modern, and mix this music with actual modern music as jazz, rock, and we create our own music, and we do also a pedagogical project working with other musicians and also with very young students.
Hello, my name is Antonio Fajardo, and I am the art director for Notte Giorno Music Theatre Barcelona. We are a project for music theatre. We are creating new shows in co-creative processes with the different artists, and now we are also opening into the audience. So we are doing new formats for music from all times, especially for ancient music or classical music. Of course, for internationalization, it's always very important to have all your stuff, all your production papers and web and material translated into English or several languages. And for me that was something that was a little bit hard because, well, actually it was my first year when I came into CHEBEC project. I had only worked for half a year in Notte Giorno, so everything was taught in Catalan for local market. So it was really different for me than for you, I think, because it was my first year when I started with CHEBEC. So I didn't have production material translated into English. Yeah. So I had to quickly starting translating. So it was quite difficult in the beginning, but then it became into flow when I got some material. How was it for you?
For me, it was like when I started CHEBEC, I already made 5 Chinese tours and 1 tour to Brazil and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it was really good to have this idea of how to make it better, because sometimes things happen like by chance. You have an opportunity, you go, and from then maybe you have another opportunity. But it's like how to keep this energy constant. So for me, what you need as an artist is a big desire to travel, a big desire to be abroad, because the situation will not be easy sometimes, and your energy needs to be really high every day. So I think the most important thing is to have your desire, your goal about doing your work abroad, because otherwise your energy will go down. I think, I don't know how is the experience for you, like every day with the opportunity. Sometimes there is like good news, and sometimes there is like, oh, finally this concert will not happen.
In that process, actually, for you it was like becoming like more abroad somehow, or having more gigs in the outer world. But for me, it was just doing it for the first time, and we haven't done it yet. Actually, so I am trying to get the skills. I'm trying to adapt my project and my shows for this international market. Also, my projects are being spoken. There are texts in them. Yeah, this so is important. We are doing dialogues in Catalan. So it is not always easy to.
You need to translate that dialogues in order to be able to.
Yeah, so we are aiming for some programmer to hire us, but it didn't happen yet.
They will. I think sometimes the artist will live in a bubble, and we live in a bubble thinking only about our art and thinking about our creativeness and having our friends just in the artistic area. And I think this way doesn't help really to have more opportunities, to have more gigs, and also to work more abroad. I don't know what you think about, but I think the most important skill is not being only in the creative channel, but opening other channels in your mind and being also like a manager of yourself and working in the office and having the skills to call people, to doing Excels, and to be like really on shape on that activities. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's clear that when you don't present the product as the one who has to hire it will receive it like something he will understand, it's impossible to get there. It's also somehow like the artist has to adapt to different language that he is not interested to, because he is interested about expressing himself about beautiful things or ugly things, but just to communicate those things. But then converting all those things into Excel files or documents that will go into the numbers of that programmer, or it can be difficult, but it is needed. And once you do it, of course, you are a little bit less artist. Yeah, because you are like more adapted. Your shape was a little bit more.
You can combine, maybe. I try to combine.
You can combine.
I mean, because sometimes I realize I spend maybe too much time in 1 month doing office work. So I say, woof. In next month, one of my goals is to balance my artistic time with my office time, because otherwise my artistic level will get low. So I think this balance is really important.
Yeah.
So for me, one sentence would be: don't be afraid of working with your art, don't be afraid of selling your art, and don't be afraid of knowing what is in the other part. If you know the other part, you will be able to work for the other part, and the other part will work for you. So I think this is really important.
For me, CHEBEC project was somehow a possibility to give shape to a dream I had. I had the dream to create my own shows, and I was doing it. But thanks to this project, I knew how to adapt it into a wider market, to give it somehow nowadays I have the same dream, but the dream has a more concrete shape, and I know better how to go in order to take it.